Good Morning Britain presenters Richard Madeley and Susanna Reid were joined by journalist Nina Myskow and broadcaster Esther Krakue to discuss Prince Harry's upcoming memoir. However, the pair entered into a shouting match with one another, which led to Richard having to step in and bring the interview to a close. Whilst Nina was on Prince Harry's side and thought the book and the interviews were a positive thing for him, Esther thought otherwise. She touched on the recent Netflix series that Harry made with his wife Meghan Markle, which looked at their relationship and the reason why they stepped down from royal duties. Esther slammed the couple and branded them brats who needed to live in their mansion with their chicken coop happy. They haven't done anything good. They have spent the last 2 years whinging and complaining, she fumed. They have a nice mansion in California. Why don't you stay there with your kids and your chicken coops and keep your mouth shut? Susanna stepped in and asked, Esther, one of the reasons, as we have seen from these small clips of these interviews, Prince Harry feels like he can't have that life and get on with it. Even though privately he is trying to reconcile with his family, every time he reaches out and does that privately, there are briefings that he has no control of. Esther interjected and said, then he needs to step back. He needs to be an adult and get on with it. He has a wife and family that depend on him. Not everything can be about you and your feelings. As Nina began to reply to Esther's point, Richard shouted over her that it would be her last point as he brought the interview to a close. Esther sarcastically quipped at Nina, "We are adults, that is the difference," which left Nina to snap, "Dear girl, I'm way beyond adult. I find your view childish. The briefings that have been," Richard shouted over Nina before she began to speak and said, "Last point." Nina continued, "Last point. They have been badly served, this couple, by the media being briefed by the palace. They have been pushed out. They are entitled to say what they have gone through and how they feel, and I would also like to note. What are the royal family so terrified of?" To which Susanna also stepped in and said, "Okay, we will have to leave this hanging in the air and bring this to an adult close."